There we go. Hmm. Say it once, say it again. Sometimes it kind of surprises. Sometimes it kind of surprises even me when I get the notification from Mobile Live dashboard when I go live streaming. And Doom. It's kind of funny to me in a way, but it's like I don't know why, but it's kind of funny to me in a way where it's like there's like more than one Doom category, and like it kind of like often more along the lines like point towards the classic version, but but yeah, it's like but yeah, it's like Twitch for whatever reason will seemingly will not put a fucking Doom plus Doom 2 category. Just how apparently they won't do a fucking Heretic plus Hexen thing. Like it's fucking stupid. But hey, what can you do? You know? Hey. Boom. Boom. And let me check the stream one more time just to make sure. Alright. Okay. So, yeah. I guess we'll go ahead and do my intro and everything. So, heyo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. Miss Rumble Rose is here. And, welcome to technically another installment of Let's Plays Live, where I stream random things at random times for various different reasons. And I decided to, because I'm not really doing much of anything and I'm still pretty much awake and all that, to do a stream of something that I was going to be doing for what I call Weapons Mod Wednesday, but now it is pretty much late, so it's now like a very late version of that going to Thursday. So, but yeah, so for those who are new to this channel, or this series at most, Weapons Mod Wednesday is a little thing that I do from time to time where I play some classic Doom and I play around with like some sort of weapons mod or gameplay mod for the classic Doom games. Mainly there or mainly ones that are available around like on this port specifically, aka the Doom plus Doom 2 port. Uh, Sometimes it could revolve around like me going around and revisiting like classic Doom games. Sometimes it could involve like two different things, like a level mod, like a mega mod and gameplay mod, kind of coming together and all that. But in this case, it's going to pretty much be a gameplay mod for Doom 1. So, yeah. um, so yeah, basically what you see here is the mod we're playing around with is pretty much just referred to as like the Lou mod for Doom 1. It's pretty much like weapons and monsters gameplay thing from another mod called Lou Maple 1, which I kind of did a little bit. I kind of did like a little bit of looking into that mod. And apparently, it was like it had like a current version, it had an old version, stuff like that. Um, I didn't really play it all the way through, so I was just like, kind of just wanted to see what it was all about. But this mod right here, I would say, is very interesting, and I have like some You know, it's like it kind of pretty much changes a handful of things up. You can be able to jib, and you can actually be able to jib enemies, and you can be able to jib enemies. You have weapon, you know, a lot of weapons, have like some different functionality or and stuff like that. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like it feels almost like a power fantasy type trip because like the weapons give a little more oomph in their abilities. You can destroy a handful of things. Sometimes you might get lucky to, like, say for example, if you find like an explosive barrel and you destroy it, you can actually get something that would pretty much count as like an armor bonus. Um, towards that. And apparently, when you kill an enemy, there's like I like to call it like a meatball, like a raw meatball thing. They drop from like the corpses of your enemies, and then I think like if you kill them again to put them in the jib state, then they drop another one. So it's like you can really get like health bonus every single time, and you can go to have like a lot of ammo, have a lot of health and stuff like that. And I've had made some fun with it. And everything. And it's kind of like changing things up a little bit, especially like for some of the enemies, because I want to say like the majority of the enemies have like some sort of like new attacks here and there, and it kind of like I guess you could say like maybe like spices things up some. So yeah, but yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but yeah, this person pretty much did the thing where it's like you will play through the majority, or you can like play through the majority of the classic Doom games, except for like Legacy of Rust, which I guess I can kind of understand, and all that. But you can do it through Doom 2, Master Levels, No Rest for the Living, Sigil, 1 and 2, both TNT games as their own thing, and whatnot. So yeah. But yeah, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing episode 3, and I don't know if it's gonna really make a difference, but I just been kind of doing it anyway. And yeah. So I'll go ahead and actually do a quick save here. I'm gonna kind of do like a little bit of a showcase, but I want to just uh, kind of just do a little killing here. So as you can see, like when you kill an enemy once, and normally they sometimes often will drop like these little like like meatball looking things. Kill them again, put them in the jib state, they drop another, and then there are times where they can actually both like somehow respawn, but if they actually stay dead, then they kind of then they have like the jibbing, like the crush jibbing animation stuff, and then like they disappear. So, but yeah. Now this is pretty much this is not a thing people really do in the mod itself, but for some reason they actually made it to where the Legacy of Rust weapons can actually be played if you put in like if you do like the all cheats stuff. But anyway, so Fist pretty much I think it has a little more oomph to it. You can actually be able to punch much faster than normal, which can be good. Chainsaw, I think it's like a plasma fist now, which is kind of funny, but because like if you look at the like the railing, the rugged looking thing, it kind of looks like it's trying to like have like like a railgun texture, but I think like it seems like it could be able to really do it or something like that. Like there's like some sort of like error or whatever. I don't know. Pistol. Pretty much the pistol, like it has a slower firing rate, but it uses up more bullets. I think it's like apparently there's like four shots per round. Um, Shotguns, much faster than normal, which I think is kind of cool. Um, Chain gun, pretty much, it's like rapid fire and everything. If you have like enough ammo for it, then you can be able to, like just unload on a boss. I think I think the rocket launcher, I think the rocket launcher has a little bit more power to it. The reason why I say it the reason why I say this is because I was kind of like I was like one day kind of like experimenting with this mod and everything, and I literally got like and I pretty much had God mode on, and I shit you not, like I got one shotted by a cyber demon while I was invincible, and everything like that. So I think like in my opinion, it might kind of like fire a little bit slower, but it does more damage. The plasma rifle pretty much kind of like that was like a railgun type thing, a railgun rifle, I guess. And the BFG. The BFG is kind of interesting. It's like it doesn't go like all the way now, so it's like if it doesn't like hit anything soon. So like if it doesn't hit anything soon, like it'll stop, and you can actually take damage from from the explosion of it. So yeah. Yeah, it's pretty interesting little stuff in my opinion. Even though like sometimes some things can lead to like some weird crazy moments, but I kind of dig it. Especially knowing the fact that it's like like these random little like dead tree things. Apparently like if you destroy them, they can drop what pretty much would be a thing that counts towards your armor. So, yeah, apparently like stuff like like these trees, exploded barrels, and I think even like lost souls whenever you kill them. I think like they even have the ability to like drop something that pretty much count towards like an armor bonus. Yeah, Cacodemon fires projectiles faster than normal. And you gotta be careful when jibbing. You gotta be careful when jibbing a. You gotta be careful when jibbing when you're trying to jib a Cacodemon, because they have for some weird reason they have like splash damage, and they make like what seems like multiple corpses. Oh, and speaking of stuff, apparently like the smash giblets and stuff like that, you can barely shoot them and they'll like disappear. I can't remember about these things exactly, but apparently like these things can like I think you can actually like you shoot them. Ow! I think it's like you shoot them, and sometimes they can respawn. Sometimes they can act like an explosive barrel, and like they can just somehow just randomly move for whatever reason. So. Hold on. Okay, so even those things actually go armor bonus. Alright. I feel like some of these like these random little objects like they have like a hell of a lot of health to them. So ouch! I got taken all the way down to 5 fucking health. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess like these things can like, you know, just like keep reappearing. Yeah, so you can see like the specter outline thing of it, and then just fucking just like suddenly this comes back. Oh, and apparently, gyp corpses that are on the map itself can actually be able to, you know, be used. Hmm. It's funny to me. It even seems to the point where it's like, even like, you know, with the fist, it's like, oh, you don't really need to, you know, to get berserk that much. Although like berserk, I do think, you know, does help for other enemies, but you know. Alright. Slough of Despair. Okay. But there's also kind of like another reason why as to why there's also kind of like another reason per se as to like why I'm doing a stream of this, you know, like at, you know, like, you know, so late in this time, which um I'll try and get into around like at the end of the stream at most. So yeah. get some good old Berserk. Taking that big risk of going around just punching the bejesus out of things. It's funny how like these those things actually, you know, just they pretty much just like change to like GIF corpses. Like it's so weird, but that sounds so cute because it makes it kind of interesting. All right. One other thing I also kind of like is that the specters, you know, like when they die, they become they turn when the specters when you kill a specter, they revert back to normal Piki form, and you can build you know to kill them that way. Well, not really kill them that way, but like they just revert back to, you know, to that. Which I don't know. That was like an interesting little touch. Oh, and thank you so much, Steph Louie, for the follow. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your stay in the show today. How are you doing? How are you doing on this? Well, I'd say like late Wednesday, early Thursday. You're okay? Gotcha. Funny. I haven't even slept yet, but then again, like I'm someone who has a weird sleep schedule, and I wasn't even really tired. That flying red tomato tried to come at me and bite me. My word. But yeah, I'm playing this, but yeah, I'm playing this little Doom mod that I found on the Doom plus Doom 2 port. It's pretty much just referred to as like the Lu mod, like LU mod for Doom 1. It's pretty much a gameplay mod that came from another mod thing. I think it's called like Lu Map 01. And I guess like the creator of that like was like, hey, I'm going to, you know, make a gameplay mod for the majority of the classic Doom titles, except for Legacy of Rust, which I can I can sort of understand probably about, like, you know, not being able to do that. So, but yeah, it's been pretty fun so far. I'm doing episode 3 right now. Which is probably gonna be the last thing I do for a while, at least on this. There we go. And yeah, I usually do, and sometimes I do a thing on Wednesdays during my 2-day slow week of streaming that I call Weapons Mod Wednesday, where usually, like, most of the time, like, I'll like I'll revisit like either like maybe like Doom 1 or Doom 2 at most on this port, and I'll play around with like a gameplay mod that that was uploaded to this site, or sometimes like I might like have or sometimes I might like play a mod that has like like new levels, and but like I guess you say like, it brings like sometimes if I don't do that one thing, I do like the other one where it's like it has like new levels and like a different gameplay mod. I'm sure that made plenty of perfect sense. As I say that sarcastically to myself. but um, but yeah. Excuse me. All right, let's see. Here. I know I can technically end, but I'm not going to do it. I know I can end the level, but I'm not going to do it just yet. Damn, I just turned that pinky into a fine red paste. I love it. Alright. But yeah, but yeah, I also do have a stream schedule, you know, for like where it's like one week I'm pretty active, where it's like I stream Sunday, Monday, Friday and Saturday, and then like the other week is usually like Wednesday and Thursday. But at times, you know, like I like to just randomly just go live and do something. And it's a little thing that I refer to as let's play live. And you just happen to have caught me during that time. And yeah, often at times, you know, and often at times, like, you know, I also like I do tend to you know like do a lot of streams on my PlayStation 4 directly from the console itself. And I feel like I do like a various bunch of games and stuff like that, but you know, sometimes kind of just depends on my mood about you know what I want to do. Sometimes like I'll have like an idea where it's like I say like hey I'm gonna do this, and then suddenly like I so I do something else. Oh, okay. At least gives me an opportunity to get some armor bonuses. Alright. And yeah, the way that I do these things, especially like with like classic Doom, for example, because of how like I'm playing Doom 1, I usually do a thing where it's like I do streams per episode. So like for example, like I do a stream dedicated to episode 1, then another stream I do dedicated to episode 2, episode 3, and sometimes I might do episode 4, but it's like very rare because I'm not really like the biggest fan of playing episode 4. The only time I might like come close to somehow playing it is if I'm like say like co-oping it with someone. Boom. If there's one thing I wish that you could be able to do on here is to like combine mods to play them different sort of ways. Alright. Got the blue skull key. Oh no! Son of a bitch. I hate the fact that the fucking thing doesn't seem to come down. So now I'm gonna take the full consignment route. And I don't know if you're still here, Steph Louis. I'm gonna call you Steph for right now, unless you prefer something else for a name. But yeah, when it comes to my streams, like I usually just play things that I enjoy, a lot. Sometimes I might try something new, just to see what it's like and everything like that. But if there was like one thing I would say, kind of like if there's one thing I would say to people that are kind of like curious about how things are, I'd say like usually things are kind of like quiet in in my streams most of the time. Like like I don't have like a lot of people who come and chat it up and all that. So I'd say like most of the time, like I'd say like most of the time, like I'd probably be just like someone who, like I'd probably be like someone who just doesn't really talk a whole lot. Maybe other than just like just doing like random reactions and stuff like that. But of course, people do come by, and all that stuff, and want to talk, I do not mind. I'd say though, like as far as like rules go, I don't have a whole lot other than like maybe like the usual stuff that you would see. Like it's probably like what you would see or hear and most other streamers, stuff. Like I'm not someone who like I say like for example like I don't really like talking like getting into like I kind of like coined I guess because I kind of like coined this term recently where it's like I don't like to do religical stuff where it's like where I people want to talk about like religion or religious stuff or politics. And probably like the only other I'm trying to think about what I was gonna say. I think probably like the only other rule that I have is that if you're a graphic artist, you're trying to like get me to commission you, then basically I just say on TV to just fucking leave because like I don't I don't have money for I don't have money for that kind of stuff. I'd say also like I would say also in a way that like I'm kind of like I guess you could say like I'm not like the biggest fan of some people who are how do I say this? When it came to like a lot of graphic artist people that have come to my channel and be like, hey, I can do this for your channel, all that jazz, and it's like, and for whatever reason, it's like, they come at me, it's like, they diss my channel and everything like that. It's like they like. I'm trying like to explain things, but like it has like those moments where it's like but it's like it's one of those moments where it's like sometimes when I talk about it, it's like annoying thing. It's a thing that sometimes kind of gets me like flustered or whatever the word may be, to kind of like in like a triggering type of way, but. There's like a handful of times where it's like there'll be like graphic artist people, GFX people, or whatever you want to call them. They would come up to my channel and be like, hey, I like your channel, I like the vibes and all that stuff, but like I can help you, I can help you be better. I can build to make this and that for you, and like, they try and act out. It's like they try and act all friendly and everything like that, only for you to, only for them to, only for them to be like, hey, and they may not say it like word for word or whatever, but like to me, it's kind of one of those situations where it's like you got like some people who try who are trying to be nice to you, only get something out of it from you, and that's kind of like why I don't like a lot of graphic artist type people. Yeah, cause they'll literally talk shit about you, about your channel and everything like that. It's like, hey, your channel needs this, so that, but so now, So now it's like, hey, you have no choice. So it's pretty much like saying that thing where it's like they talk shit about about your channel and say like, oh, your channel needs this and that, and then they expect you to, for whatever reason, to like just somehow just say like, hey, I'm like, hey, commission me and I'll make stuff, I'll make it worth your while or whatever. Well, and it's just like, no, not gonna do that. And it's like one of those things too, where it's like it makes you wonder, like it's almost like it makes you wonder, like what makes people think that I have money? Like I like do you see like do you see a subscribe button next to my name? It's like as much as I would like to be in like like the affiliate program thing or partner be partner whatever, like I unfortunately can't really do that right now. I mean even like I have even though like I have like done all stuff back then, even though it says like, oh, now you have to do this, even though like it says like my little homepage thing or whatever it's called, it's like, hey, congratulations, you can now apply for affiliate and stuff like that. It's like yeah, like I would love to be able to have like have a way for like for people to support me, little me even further than me, even further and all that. But I simply just don't have the way. So I'd say, in a way, so I guess you could say, like, in a way that this is kind of like one of those those things. This is like one of those things that I do as a hobby. It's like. Like I do, I play random games live, sometimes I might talk to people from time to time, and, hopefully bring some entertainment to people's day in some sort of way. Even if I don't have, even if I don't have, like the fancy layouts, and, I don't have, like, any sort of, like some sort of, like model, or whatever. Like I do what I can with what I got. two, two, two. Alright, I never was a fan of playing of. I'd say like of all parts of the level of this, I was never the biggest fan of this of this section of this level. Some bitch. Alright. Owie. Wasn't quite expecting that thing to go kablooey. Oh god, it's this level. Unholy Cathedral. Hey. Ba, ba. Probably one of the most main trickiest levels that you'll ever see. I don't know if I ever been to this little spot right here. Mm-hmm. Ah, I got the old key. Ah. Now my punches got more moves to them. Leave nobody hit unjibbed. Takes me back out to my area. Alright, let's go through that. Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Good thing I had invulnerability. Okay. Ow. Good. And there we go. Oh boy, it's now this level. Mount Erebus. Da, 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 da. I'm chopping down trees. Yeah. Decisão, decisão. Yeah. Oh, did I dare do this? Nope, because that does a lot of damage. Like, I don't know. Oh, okay, well. Well, at least I have that. So for those that are wondering, like, what the hell I was trying to do there. So for those that are wondering, like, what the hell I was trying to do there. Basically, what I was trying to do was to get to the secret exit of the episode. So let me kind of explain a little bit about the secret level. So what usually happens? Okay, so the way that you get to the secret level is pretty much do what I tried to do, but either like have a shit ton of health, or have a vulnerability of some kind. And what you would kind of do is you would pretty much you pretty much you would kind of like line yourself up toward that one little area where there would be like a little switch that you hit, and you would like you face the wall, shoot a rocket. You pretty much like shoot a rocket point blank at a wall, and like it's supposed to the thing was like it was supposed to kind of like shoot yourself shoot like the blast just like to shoot you backwards to the point where like you fall into a little area, and then you go into the secret level. And the secret level itself is pretty much, as some would say, revenge on the first level of the episode, but you have well, weapons. um, and it pretty much plays out like that for the most part until you get to the end, and then that's when things start to actually become a little different. So. Let him go over here. So I can feast on their meatball corpses. Alright, I don't have that stuff yet. I love it. Alright. Alright, so we got the blue key. Now I think I'm gonna go all the way over the other side. Okay. Alright, let's get moving. You do not want to go to that teleporter yet. Okay. Alright, now you can pretty much go through it. And I believe what you want to do is you want to go around. You want to hit like I think you get like a couple switches that will make a bridge to go to the exit, which is around that area where my gun is pointing. But of course, you know, you gotta know the locations. And even though I played this so many times, even I don't fucking remember. That's crazy, I know. All this down. But there, I don't really need to go now. And there you go. Alright. Final level of the episode. And usually when it comes to final level, it's usually boss time. And there we go. The lonesome spider demon that masterminded the invasion of the moon base and caused so much death has had its ass kicked for all time. A hidden door opens and you enter. You've proven too tough for hell to contain, and now hell at last is played fair. For you emerge from the door to see the green fields of Earth, home at last. You wonder what's been happening on Earth while you were battling evil unleashed. It's good that no hellspawn could have come through that door with you. And there we go. That was episode 3 of Doom. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I do not plan on really doing. I don't really plan on doing episode 4, aka Die Flesh Consume, because I am not really the biggest fan of that episode. and with how like these and with how like a lot of the enemies are in this, I feel like it's going to be too much even to handle, even with that. So, so unless I get like a handful of requests for me to play episode 4 with this mod, or if I somehow get like, or somehow like the mod creator of the Lou mod, you know, sees this and all that, and is like, hey, I want to see you try episode 4 with everything like that. But other than that, though, yeah, this is probably going to be the end of that. Like, I might try Doom 2. I might try like Doom 2 in the future and all that stuff. But for right now, though, and this is kind of something I was kind of like talking about earlier, or well, earlier in the stream, I guess. But I think for right now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be kind of like putting Weapons Mod Wednesday to the side for my Wednesday streams, and I'm going to try to explain why. Just going here. I'm just going here so that way I can just show the. I'm doing that so that I don't have to like have any fucking demos playing a lot. Anyway, so for the time being, I'd say that Weapons Mod Wednesday is going to be kind of replaced with Wolf and Doom Wednesday. It's something I kind of used to do back when I was playing I think one of the Wolfenstein games that my friend Alex had given me. But I managed to get like a handful of Wolf and Doom mods that were made and implemented to be played for the for this port in particular. So probably what I'm gonna be doing is I'm probably actually gonna be playing some Wolf and Doom mods on the channel. So I say about like in a couple of weeks at most. My next like my next 2 days to a week of streaming. I'm going to be continuing more of the Asterstein trilogy. We'll be trying to play more with that and go from there. Um, there are some other Wolf and Doom mods that I kind of want to maybe see if I can check out and whatnot. But I know that the space is kind of limited as far as like getting mods uh, you know downloaded to the and all that stuff. Because I think like when it comes to like console ports, it's it's very weird. Sometimes it's kind of like have like different like amount of stuff you can be able to download and save before you have to be like okay like what do I want to get rid of this in favor of that or whatever. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be trying to do some more of the Asterstein trilogy for my next little Wednesday stream thing that I do when I do it. Um, I managed to actually get this recently. I haven't really played through it fully, but I kind of like was testing it out a little bit. Um, I'm kind of hoping like at most to get the majority of like the Wolf and Doom mods that were I think like at most like made by Lost Ross and everything like that. And just see how it is to play them on a port like this, and everything like that. And I will say like I am looking forward to it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want to say. Announcement wise, like I said, Weapons Mod Wednesday is going to be kind of put to the side for the time being in favor of another little thing. Yeah, I just noticed what that last email was that Steph posted. That the dancing Ninja Turtle. Alright. Yeah, we are going to end, and we might see if we can try and rate someone. Because whether it be during like my normal time frame or time or not, like I often like being able to try and rate people after my streams, unless if like unless if like things don't go too well, or if I'm just like like really out of it, I guess. Which I'm not really out of it or anything, so. But, yeah. Alright. Do that. Twisted Tea at Twisted Tower. So yeah, I guess one thing I kind of, mention is, forgive me if I might not be talking, while I look for someone to possibly raid. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Curious, sir, and curious, sir. Damn, dude. Decisions, decisions. Be ready. we'll say like, maybe we can raid into this person since they're getting things started. But yeah, while I wait for the fucking ads to get done playing and everything like that, I guess I can kind of like just talk with you guys a little bit. Um, but yeah, there are some plans and stuff that I have for the channel, and everything. Yeah, and I will say like something special. There's probably gonna be something special happening on Friday. Uh, but I but I won't say anything about it until like the time comes. Basically, like as soon as it happens. But I haven't even told the individual yet. But I might see about doing like a dual like a I don't know if I said like a dual stream thing where it's like like where I stream my POV and they stream on their POV and everything like that. But we'll see. Um, but yeah, it's but yeah, basically in a nutshell, like something special might happen on Friday. That I've been wanting to kind of do for a while now. Really looking forward to it and everything like that. You know, something I never figured that I would be able to be able to do and all that. But like I said, I was going to keep as respect for them. I'm also like going to pretty much keep it secret as well. Um, but yeah, other than that though, I will be trying to do another stream technically later on today, which is now Thursday. Um, my plans for right now is probably doing Outlaws Remastered since I kind of put that off when I was originally gonna be doing it on Sunday. So yeah, I might continue my first playthrough of that and everything, see how that goes, and then Friday, will be something special, and we'll see how things go. Let me just go to clear my chat. I gotta do it for better today. Alright. But yeah, if you enjoyed what you saw today and everything, and you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, maybe in Blue Sky as well. And I'll see you all hopefully in the next video or live stream. But until then, as always, please take care of yourselves, everyone, and have a good week or weekend.